Happy Devils Sunday. This is the Let's Go Devils podcast, Sunday edition. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Beer Baron from the greatest view of the Garden State. I have to give him his proper introduction, unlike last week, so I'm giving him a little more introduction time. And cross-continent to the Michael J. Fox Studios, it's Scotty at SiriusXM. Liquid Metal, as we're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch, and Instagram Live on the Let's Go Devils Network. Lots of things to talk about today. Where should we start?
Let's start off with hi, guys.
Hi, everybody. What's going on? Welcome. Start chirping away in the old YouTube chat. Get everything up and running over there. Roman, Metalander, Pete. What's going on? I mean, wow. It's going to turn me into Christopher Walken. What a friggin' playoff run already going on in the NHL. Just had ourselves a Game 7 road victory for the Montreal Canadiens down in Tampa Bay. Woo!
Mm-hmm. Which
I don't know how many
they didn't record a single shot in the second period.
In the second period, and then into the third period as well there. Mm-hmm. I think they only had 9 shots on goal through the game and somehow come out on top. And that just goes to show you sometimes goaltenders prefer to be peppered throughout because Dobish didn't. He took on so many shots there and was like a wall. But, man, I don't know. I don't think either of you guys had the Canadians picked over the Lightning. I know I had Tampa Bay, but this first round has been pretty damn exciting already and culminating with a Game 7. And then, you got Colorado and Minnesota coming on here in a little bit, starting round 2. So how did we do? How did we all do with our picks? Because
that's a good question.
I got a few wrong. I had this one wrong. I did not have.
I'm going to scroll back.
I had Tampa Bay. I did not have the Flyers outlasting the Penguins, and I think I had that going 7 games. And my upset for the first round was I thought the Senators were actually going to beat the Carolina Hurricanes. I thought they would maybe go in there, bully them a little bit, maybe not give Carolina all that space to run around. And then Freddie Anderson says, "Oh, you forgot? I only play in the playoffs. I don't do regular seasons. I just do playoffs. And now it is my time to stop letting in goals in general." And once again, friggin' Freddie Anderson, dude is a beast come playoff time. But I'll admit, I had the Sens down as my quote-unquote upset of the first round, and that was dead wrong.
All right. Well, I'm looking at the text right now from our group chat with all the boys on Hockey on Tap. Sam Wu, I'm going to go through your picks.
I did bad.
Go through your picks. Are you ready?
Sam's already
Sam Wu.
I forgot.
I did bad.
Sam Wu picked the Boston Bruins
in
6 games.
Oof.
And survey says Sam Wu picked the Penguins in 7 games. He picked the Lightning in 4.
Ooh.
But he got the Canes right. He didn't get the amount of games right. He had the Canes in 6. In the West, Sam did not fare any better.
Really?
He had the Kings in 7.
That was my upset.
He had the Stars in 7. He had Utah in 6. And he had the Oilers in 7.
Wow. Yeah. So, I forgot. Yeah, I got it. I got the Edmonton series wrong as well. Utah looked good. We even got
Scotty
a John Marino goal in that Utah series. I think
know.
It was all because of that jersey hanging behind Sam Wu right now.
Yeah. And then we have Scotty's picks over here, okay? Eastern Conference, he said Sens over Canes in 7. Lightning over Habs in 6, so he was dead wrong on that. Sabres over the Bruins in 5. You got that one going for you. Pens over the Flyers in 7.
Oh, I said Lightning. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Lightning in 6. In the West, you had Avs over Kings in 5. Good on that one. Wild over Stars in 7. Good on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Knights over Mammoth in 6. And Oilers over the Ducks in 6.
Yeah.
So,
Anaheim.
all right. Let's see what I said. I said the Sabres in 7. And they did it in less games than that. Habs in 7. I got both of those right. Pens in 5. I did not get that one right. Looks like Sens in 6. And
you took Sens too? Okay.
Too. I took the Sens too. I thought listen, the way they were playing towards the end of the year, I thought Olmark was going to have a series.
He did. He did.
He did.
Just Freddie Anderson was just like, that's nice, kid. That's nice.
No, well, that and the Sens offense just did not show up. I know Brady Tkachuk was catching a lot of 007s because he's like, 7 points, seven goals, 7 assists, and seven penalty minutes a game. I had Avs in 5, Wild in 7, Knights in 6, and Oil in 5. The Oil, I think everybody got that one wrong because let's be real. Yeah. The Oilers, wow. Talk about, listen, they back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals. They've been in the playoffs a whole bunch. They've been playing a ton of hockey. But Connor McDavid, after the series is over, coming out and saying, him and Leon Draisaitl basically walking hand in hand, saying that the team was just average at best and had taken a huge step back. The organization as a whole, he said the organization as a whole took a huge step back, and that includes me. That is a direct quote from Mr. Connor McJesus David.
It's hard to argue that. Losing in the first round, I know that they a lot of their players are dinged up, but it just kind of seems like same old situation there with the Oilers. I mean, they did get to the Cup Finals 2 years in a row, but lost to the same team 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I mean,
they're playing right now, but you kind of had a feeling like the problem with that team has always been the goaltending, right? That's always been one of their biggest Achilles heels. Is like they can get a lot right, they can outscore most people, and it's like during a regular season you can hide bad goaltending by winning games 6-4 or winning games 5-3. There's a lot of issues that they had that they didn't address. They brought in guys that did absolutely nothing for them. Scored, what the hell's his name? It's escaping me right now. Scored like 3 points in a regular season. Like Darnell Nurse, one of the biggest issues that they have. Darnell Nurse, who was like a $9 million contract. The dude had more own goals in the playoffs and regular seasons combined than he did in the regular season. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of issues with this team, with the Oilers. There's a lot of issues with, like, what the structure is now. They have McDavid for two more years under contract because he signed that insanely friendly contract with that team.
Yes.
But is this an off season where he's like, you know what, boys, I don't know if we can do this again. I don't know if I can run it back and just be like, hey, here we go, lace him up. I know he loves Edmonton, or at least he says he does. He always says the right thing for the most part. But could you ever see Connor McDavid going anywhere? And maybe later today we could play the let's pretend deal, which I'm sure if we ask everybody on YouTube chat here, we're going to get the most reasonable. Oh, we'll give you a Dougie Hamilton and Dawson Mercer and maybe a 7th round pick, and we'll get Connor. We have to be realistic. They would want the world. They would want everything. They'd be like, you could start with Luke Hughes and you're glitching a little bit. What was that?
Sorry.
Uh-oh. You're a little glitchy. I don't know what's going on there.
Sorry. Must be the West Coast Spectrum interwebs out here. What you were saying about McDavid, I think, and Draisaitl, I think we're getting very, very close. I feel like next year is going to be like reckoning day up there in Canada.
Frederick, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I think they'll get, I think all these big guys are going to get one more chance to see if it can work out. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Austin Matthews, Brady Tkachuk. Like, I think they're all gonna get one more year to see if we can make the magic happen. And whoever flounders, whoever doesn't make a deep playoff run, there's gonna be some exodus going on out of Canada there with some really, really massive star players. Hellebuck as well. I think they all are gonna give it one more year. And if they don't making the playoffs is not gonna count. Like, you gotta make a run.
You got to make a run.
Not
and
make
they
it
have. They have.
blown
The
out in the
Oilers
first round.
made 2 runs. They made 2 runs. They lost to a team that, if I were an Oiler fan, you could be pissed off. I would be furious about the series too. But what would scare me even more is you're looking at a West that is starting to get younger and deeper. And by the way, I got to shout out a few people because I love
Roman.
that.
Roman. You nailed it.
Chewalski for
You nailed
McDavid is a great one. Markey first,
and
20, first and 20.
And it's
20,
kind of ironic because you look
Hamilton.
at a team like Anaheim, who's a young team there, and they're rising. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And
listen,
I bet you that
perfect...
Rangers team is going to be looking for some leaders like that to,
could you imagine if they had a Kreider?
Can you imagine if they had a guy like
Kreider
or Trouba on their team to like lead this?
Wow. But remember when it happened? Like, all the Ranger fans were like, "Ha, we got him good. We got rid of Kreider." I'm like, "What does Kreider do?"
Billy Dean,
that dude's a
what's Billy
monster
Dean
in the playoffs.
What's Billy Dean thinking every Ducks game that they win? What is Billy Dean thinking? Seeing Kreider and Trouba out there on the ice celebrating and everything with all the young guys.
Sam, I know it's almost impossible. How funny would that be if we could get him on just for a hot minute, just to be like, "What are your thoughts?"
What are your thoughts on the Anaheim Ducks?
I'll get him on the phone. I'll get him on the phone.
Get him
Let's
on the phone.
not ask him anything about the Rangers.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to if you don't want to. I just thought it'd be funny. Yeah, you definitely do not have to if you don't want to. That would
cracks
just be
me
really
up
funny to get
every time I
get
see
his
that.
reaction.
Kreider
That was like
Trouba out there.
remember when Tampa Bay was going on their runs? It was like Ranger South. All the guys that jettisoned from the Rangers or were traded from the Rangers or left from the Rangers went down to Tampa Bay, and then what they do, they just win. So sometimes
McDonough and all them,
you leave the big city and you become a big time player. But
it's just funny. Dude, it's so ironic too. Like, just the way they got kind of run out of town and like, and then here they are in the playoffs here making a run. Like, it's just funny.
Yeah.
Oh, and dramatic irony.
I love what's going on. Listen, Montreal. Let's talk about that series real quick. That Montreal series was incredible. And the fact that Montreal and Buffalo have to play each other this round is kind of a shame.
Woo.
Because
that's like Minnesota and Colorado here. That's like a conference final matchup here in the second round.
I know. It's 1,000% a conference final. You know what I mean? Like, the conference final is going to end up being like Vegas, probably Vegas and
we'll see.
If I
who knows what
but
these
we
Ducks,
never know. You never know. These upstart Ducks.
Anaheim has a very good chance to make it to the conference finals this year. The way Vegas has played all year, it's much like the Oilers. They haven't played like their typical selves. So Anaheim is.
How much do you think ESPN would be? Do you think ESPN? Actually, probably not. I was going to say, do you think ESPN would be like, no, like, they have the cup this year, right? The coverage, ESPN, not TNT. From a state, because TNT has
probably
TNT has the conference final, so I'm 99% sure that ESPN has it. But imagine if it's Buffalo Anaheim Stanley Cup final. First of all, I would sign up for that in a minute. That would be
I'd love that.
And you would imagine like the fairy tale story of Buffalo would draw people into the the casual fan into watching just because
everybody knows how like. I mean, that's all it's up there is hockey and football. And the Bills have just, they've always come up short in all those big situations and all those Super Bowls and all those games. They've always come up short.
Yeah.
And Buffalo, what was the last time it was? They lost to Detroit. No, Dallas. No, yeah, it was Dallas, right? Yeah,
Dallas.
with the Brett Hull. Yeah.
With Brett Hull's foot in a skate in the crease. That's before they changed that rule, by the way. So anybody's like, that's not a big deal. Back in the day,
what was that?
You couldn't even.
What was that?
You couldn't even have your.
I don't remember what year that was.
Near.
Yeah,
that was 99.
That
was 99.
Was it
99? Oh, not 99. I'm sorry. No. Was it 99? 98, 99 season?
98.
I think it was the 98, 99 season because it's the year that Dallas won the cup that year, and then the Devils beat Dallas in the cup the following year in 2000. So 99, 2000. Yes. So that was the 1998, 99 season.
Yes.
And then the Devils won in the 99, 2000 season. Which, by the way, I was at Dick's Sporting Goods today, and they have the Scott Niedermayer, Mitchell Ness 2003 Stanley Cup finals.
Oh, I've seen that one online. Yeah.
And then they had the Lemieux 2001, which I know at the stadium, if you go into the store, they have like the Bobby Holik, which is
really
an interesting one. Yeah.
That's cool.
Also $250, and I'm like, I dabble with that Scott Niedermayer one. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that one I've seen. It's been on sale like sporadically. I feel like on like online doing it, but it's probably just like the triple X small. That's the jersey size that's on sale. Everything else is probably like $300, but
yeah.
But yeah, these playoffs have been super exciting so far, man. I've been loving it.
I know, I love it. And it's weird because like even when your team's not in it, like I'll still pay super close attention and watch like almost every game, or even listen to every game. Like it's fun to listen to out of if you go into the NHL Network app or the NHL app, you could listen to like the games broadcast from like home teams or whatever. And I love listening to like other teams because then you get the commercials to like, come on down to Upper New York, outside of Buffalo, and we'll get you a new car. And it's like this, some of them are like wow, I didn't realize how out of network these guys really are, but it's fun. It's cool to listen to other announcers. It's really fun to listen. Like you think that Chico's a homer, or if you think that Matty's a homer, which I know some people complain about that, which I don't think they are. I think they're great. I love them as the Devils radio announcer.
Listen to some of the other broadcasts out
there.
Yeah,
I wish they were still on the radio. But yeah, some of the other broadcasters, like I was listening to, which game was it the other night I was listening to? And, I think it might have been that Carolina series, but I was listening to the Sens broadcast, and they're like, oh, that call is atrocious. Oh, my God, this guy, and they like complaining. Oh, it was that insane game where Carolina wins it in overtime, and then they review the play. Like everybody celebrates. They're starting to call first player, first star, Sebastian Aho, and Brady Tkachuk and like the Senators didn't leave the ice, and they're like, "Wait a minute, folks, it's a no goal because he was offsides, but we're gonna give him a penalty shot." Did you watch that game, dude? It was like the most insane sequence of events. I was going nuts. I'm like, I'm not even a fan of either of these two teams, and I'm going absolutely banana lands, like just listening to how this is all unfolding. And then I think like the Canes ended up winning in like double overtime or something like that. But I mean, that was a absolute talk about like having your heart broken and then having hope and then having it ripped out of your hands, and they're like, the penalty shot. And Nitschus is getting it, and you're like, oh my God, no. Dude, it was absolutely insane. Just makes me miss
man. Yeah.
I miss it.
Maybe someday we can get back to it. Which, speaking of, I mean, this is the Let's Go Devils podcast. Yeah, obviously we had the big news with Sonny. But there's also, been a lot of other things going on around the league. You see some of these.
Fletcher. Goodbye, Fletcher.
Yeah, oh man.
Chuck Fletcher. Whoop,
Goodbye.
Out of the building. That was a great hire, Fitzy. Let's bring in a guy who couldn't get Johnny Gaudreau in the building when he was like, I want to be a Flyer. I want to be a Flyer. That's all I want to do. I grew up loving to see him. I want to be a Flyer. And he was like, I can't make that happen. And then he ended up going to the Blue Jackets. And I was like, whoa, that sounds really familiar. That's like a brother that wanted to come here. What the heck was that Quinn character? It's like the same exact scenario. And
well, I believe he moved to Minnesota for a
out.
while too. And then funny, Billy G takes over, and all of a sudden they
resurrect the ghost.
That was like, I've noticed also, the troubles really did start for this team once Fletcher did get hired by Fitzgerald.
It's true.
It really is. Like, there was everything was going. Yeah, we were up on the positive, and then all of a sudden he came in, and like everything just started to crumble for some reason. I don't know what exactly
walked in the door,
happened there.
He kicked open the door, and he was like, "You know what I got? No trade clauses. Here's one for you, and here's one for you." And everybody's like, "Chuck, calm down. You can't do that." And he's like, "No, Dougie, get over here. Sign this paper."
Well, no, what he had was the, like the T-shirt cannon gun. And basically what he would do is in practice, he would just go, and then boom, he would just shoot one out there. And whoever got it, But he didn't realize that, he couldn't load up one for everybody on the team. It was like, oh, we want everyone to get one, like, oh, well, maybe this isn't something that everyone should get there, Chucky.
I wonder, was that a upper management hire bringing in Chuck Fletcher? Because maybe they were like, whoa, if we don't really trust Fitzgerald, or it was that Fitzgerald was like, yeah, I got to bring this guy in. What the final call was on that one, but either way, it was not good. It's good to see him get walked out of the building. There's a few other people that are going to have to kind of get shuffled out the door. I think clean some more house and really bring in some people that want to make this organization run in a very positive direction. Even even as like, I would love to see somebody come in and clean up the operations outside of the ice too, like some of the things that happen off of the ice, and clean up the concourse and make things a little bit better around there. We don't need another gigantic bar, or like we don't need another.
Aren't they doing a big refresh of the arena? Right? Did that get approved?
Are they? I don't know if that got fully approved. We have to bring Sam back on because he has more of a know about that than I do.
Sam, Sam, where are you?
Sam, if you can hear us. Hello, Sam.
Oh, there he is.
Do the research.
Man. I thought it did.
What?
I thought it was a couple hundred. Is it a couple 100,000 or a couple million? I can't remember how much
the last time I did do, which by the way, I did do research on that. The last time I did do the research on that, I saw that it was being held up by something small. And
the taxpayers wanted to pay for it.
Yeah, it was being attached to something else or some yada yada yada, like bureaucratic BS. But which is not surprising. But listen, if that's the case, if they're going to do that, fantastic. So
not a couple 100,000. You know me and math. No, a couple 100 million actually. 300 million multi-year renovation. It's crazy that arena is 18 years old already. New Jersey
Get rid of that
panel
big dumb
okays.
Screen on the front.
Tax for Prudential Center. So yeah, I think it's good to go. 3 months ago, New Jersey Assembly Panel okays tax for Prudential Center. So 300 million. And I tell you, if those damn eggs keep poisoning our beer baron after this renovation, there's going to be hell to pay, Prudential Center.
There will.
Let me tell you. Our boy here in stomach can only take so much. And once he gets his food, he's going to finish it no matter what.
I'm going to finish it. Even if it's gray.
I'm going to finish it.
Or off green. A little gray color. Sure, I'll finish it. I thought it was supposed to be like that. Oh, it's the grease from the sandwich. Yeah, that makes sense. Meanwhile, I get food poisoning. All right, so Tuesday. Sorry, guys. This is like out of season, like when we're not in the playoffs and like our minds drift easily as is.
Green eggs and Sam.
Green eggs and Sam. That'll be the next name of the next podcast. Tuesday, May 5th.
I will eat those, beer barons said.
I will eat them anywhere, in a house, with a mouse. In a tree with this bee.
Oh man.
I'll
Okay,
eat it
so what
going
you're
through
talking
this
about?
toll.
The draft.
We're sitting on the bowl. Yeah, so the draft lottery is Tuesday night, May 5th. The Devils have right now currently hold the 12th overall pick and can only move up to the second position. But a few names that I was kind of like doing some research, as Sam likes to say, some research on some names that would possibly be enticing for the Devils to take a look at. Oscar Hemming from the left wing from Boston College, who's 6'4" winger, known for his power forward habits, decent speed, and strong physical presence. I'm going to Vigo Bjork. I might have messed that up, but he is a center, an undersized but highly skilled and intelligent center with elite playmaking abilities and strong two-way work ethic.
Vigo, you said?
Vigo. V-I-G-G-O.
So does he have a big painting of himself where a river of slime is like flowing through his eyes?
Yes. By the way, you want to read something funny? Read up about the actor who played that guy. That guy has what a story that guy has. And he was a nut job on that movie
Vigo?
too. Yeah, Vigo. Yes.
Vigo.
Don't look into the painting, Ray. I am Vigo. Yes, Sam, I see you.
You looking at that painted pretty crazy there. You all right?
I got Billy Dean on the line.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Hey, guys.
boy.
How's it going?
Oh, Billy Dean.
Yeah.
Billy Dean.
How
was gonna say
are
that
you
started
feeling
talking-
today?
Yeah, I'm okay. You guys started talking about a Boston College kid with high upside, and I was like, oh, you guys can't be talking about me.
No.
were.
Actually, we
If
were
I would
talking
have said
about.
handsome.
We're looking for a goalie. We're looking for a goalie.
Yeah.
Nice. Vigo Bjork, by the way, could go in like the top 5.
Yeah, that dude's pretty. Yeah, he's one of those kids that if he doesn't go in the top 5, I'm hoping that he slides down to us around the 12 area. So
Yeah,
we shall see about that. But anyways, buddy, we actually wanted to get you on because how does it feel? And we're not making fun. We want to know truthfully. How does it feel watching a lot of your ex-players who were kind of like, yeah, these guys, screw them, get them out of town, send them to Anaheim. Ha, ha, ha. We got the last laugh because they're old now. How does it feel to watch them move on and be contributing to a team that nobody expected to do what they're doing?
So, yeah, I mean, when you look at the players, right, you have
You're framing
Jacob
this the
Trouba.
wrong way. Hang on. You're framing this the wrong way. We weren't being honest or truthful. We just wanted to bring Billy Dean on here because we figured he might be the best Anaheim Ducks, analysis out there, being that his half of his former team that he ran out of town is playing with them now. Don't try to give us too much credit for being soft and sensitive over here. Let's tell the truth.
You guys are soft. No, so the truth is, obviously, getting rid of Chris Kreider sucks, but I do like that he is, doing pretty well in a Ducks team that's very fun to watch, by the way. But listen, it's Jacob Trouba, it's Vetrano, right? It was Strome for a little while. It's having Jacob Trouba do well it doesn't bother me because he was clearly a cancer in the locker room and it just didn't go well. But the Kreider stuff, you hope that he does well. But that team, and I'm a Ducks fan, by the way, because I obviously have a jersey with Timo Solani on it. But it's just
that was sent in the mail yesterday.
Yeah, that was an Amazon overnight right there.
I've been wearing. So that's actually funny. I actually wore it the first day of the playoffs because I was just like, yeah, I'm rooting for my Ducks, and everyone thought it was pretty funny. But it's fun to see, and I really was hoping that it would be Ducks and Mammoth because that would have been fun, high flying, no defense hockey.
Yeah.
But we obviously don't get that. It's fun to watch Kreider do well. It really is. But yeah, I mean. Do I want Trouba to suck and not do well? Yeah, sure. Did I want McDavid to lose? That also kind of helps. Hey, it just makes it one step closer for McDavid to go to New York. So.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Please.
That's
I don't know. I don't know.
That could be a
I don't know
that
if
could be
you'd
a
wanna
reality.
It could be. It could be a reality, and if you're waiting the next 2 years for him to just become a free agent.
Colorado's up
or
2-0, by the way.
Yeah, they were. I was
Colorado.
just about to say that. Colorado's just they're unreal.
Beastin'.
But Billy Dean, does this give you like nightmares or flashbacks from the old Tampa Bay days when all you guys would go down to Tampa Bay and do you still have
Or
that
being
Tampa
that
Bay
you're
Lightning
going to have
jersey
all these
hanging in your?
young draft picks again, and they're going to need someone to guide them? Is it cool that you ran all the guys that could be their mentor out of town already, and they're doing that with Anaheim, and they're in the playoffs already, and you're in draft lottery?
Yeah, I mean that we have Mika's advantage out for that, right? He can lead the guys to the promised land. He's the
He
chosen
can lead
one.
them to the dance floor. That's about it.
Yeah, he can. He's gonna lead. He's gonna lead them
the
to
golf
what's
course.
that? I was gonna say what's that festival in Miami they do every year? The Techno Fest. He can lead them there. Yes, exactly. Ultra. Thank you. We obviously fumble up top 5 picks all the time, which is just going to happen today. Not today, but on Tuesday when they do the draft lottery, it's going to happen the same way. But yeah, there's it's not sunshine and roses on this side. It very much sucks ass. And I guess the only other thing is that we can be happy that you guys also sucked and the Islanders missed the playoffs after trading away their first round for a bunch of scrubs. So that's good too.
Yeah.
Do you look at just what Drury has done there, and
and cry?
feel like
Yes.
maybe he's not the smartest Brady in the bunch?
No, he's a complete idiot. And the only thing that we can hope for is that we win the number 1 pick, so he has to choose McKenna, because if Drury has to think on a pick, he's going to mess it up.
He'll trade down.
Lord.
Oh,
You think he'd trade?
No, I don't think they'd trade down, just because they need some plethora of talent. But when you give him the choice to make a pick, I don't have any confidence that he's going to do that correctly.
All right, Jay Snow, belly aching because is this the Let's Go Rangers tonight? No, it's not. But we have a good
It's
friend.
fun.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you a question about the playoffs and more so because we're in the same boat of like having the draft lottery, and I had this idea or this epiphany, which is not new. I know other people have had this idea too, but instead of doing a draft lottery, what if the NHL did a mini one game elimination tournament with the bottom 16 teams, and to figure out the order 1 through 16.
Will you try?
I know.
My idea.
No,
Listen,
Scotty. I said somebody else said it. I didn't say. You said it.
Sam
but-
knows.
It would be.
Sam knows.
It would be cool
Before the
it
show
would be
goes
cool to
on,
do
what should
something
we
like
talk
that.
about, guys? What should we talk about? I don't know. Oh, I see. Okay.
Let him answer the question already.
Well, I say I'd
right, go
love
ahead.
for a tournament like that. It would be fun because for the fans it would be fun, but the players are not going to give 2 shits, and most of them will, most likely, not be playing, or they'll be hurt or injured. I actually kind of like what the PWHL does is with the golden points, right? So once you lose in the playoffs and you're mathematically eliminated, for every win you get 2 points. So then teams that actually win after they're being eliminated, that's how you would have it out. So the Rangers actually would have won the first pick because they would have had 12 points after being eliminated. Chicago, I think, would have came in second, and then Vancouver would have came in third. So, so if the Rangers were eliminated with 10 games remaining, then those remaining 10 games, if they won 6 games, they'd get 12 points. And if they won 6 games and then lost in overtime, they'd get 11 points.
Which is a great idea because it also you're taking the tanking out of it. Where I know, not so much in NHL. Like, it doesn't seem like the NHL has like true tanking outside of Vancouver.
Pittsburgh
3-0. Whoa,
3-0.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Colorado.
What I'm Sam? Yeah. What I'm saying right now is like you don't see it as much now. Like pre lottery days, you would see it a heck of a lot more. But like in recent years, you don't see it as much. Especially they changed the rules of the lottery so you can't win it in multiple years in consecutive years. So I feel like the NHL has it somewhat right, but they still can make it more interesting and make it. You can make it interesting for fans too, because going to those last couple games of the year when your team is out of it, sometimes it's hard. And you go there and you're like, this sucks. Like I went to the last game of the year for the Devils and I was like, this is fun and all, but like, and even though they win, it's like, great, thanks for nothing. See you later. See you in October. And it's like, you have nothing to root for except for the fact that you're rooting for your team. So like, I think that the NHL should, take a deep look into what the PWHL is doing. Because I think that's actually an awesome idea.
And we absolutely need to get rid of the whole, 2 versus, leaving it in division. They need to go 1 to 8 because there's no reason that teams like Minnesota and Dallas get to beat on each other. And then the next round, it's Colorado and Minnesota. You ruin the entire Cup playoffs because you have the 3 best teams in the same division. And you're going to blow them out, and you're going to have 1 remaining, and that's for a conference championship. And
this year too,
it's horrible.
Pacific is so bad.
It was the worst division ever. I think they were one of the first teams to not have a 90-point division winner in. I think it was in the history of the division winners. Like that's crazy.
When the Seahawks won the playoff, or when the Seahawks won a playoff game as a wild card team at 7-9.
Yeah.
7-9.
Yeah, 7-9. That's what it was. Yeah.
Woof. Billy Dean, we want to thank you so much for.
Hang on
for coming on, man.
One second. Well, because we were talking about the draft, and then
okay.
All right, Minnesota just scored now. But we were talking about the draft. So Billy, I know that you're a little bit more up to speed with a lot of the prospects and things like that.
Yep.
Do you have any guys that, because Beer Baron was talking, I already forgot. What was that dude's name?
Vigo Bjork.
Vigo, that's right. So do you have any guys that maybe we should be everyone should be keeping an eye on in this upcoming draft?
Well, I mean, obviously you're going to go with the top guys, right? You talk McKenna, Stenberg, they're legit forwards, that will play in the top 6, probably even anchor a top line, and they're a lot of fun. You start to go to some of the defensemen, and you got, Carls and Smiths and Chase Reed and a lot of these guys. Caleb Maholtra, probably the first center taken off the board. He's a lot of fun. But, you start to get down a little bit, and Tynan Lawrence was kind of dropped, and he was the other guy that they thought of maybe being a top, 2 center in the draft. Vigo Bjork has risen. You guys were talking about him, but there's a couple other guys like Igor Shilov. He's the center from I think he was the QMJHL, and he's gotten a lot of love recently. I'm trying to remember a couple other guys. Wyatt Cullen, who is Matt Cullen's son, and he's projected to be like late first-round pick, but he's a lot of fun. He had some injuries and stuff and issues with that, but he's played really well in like playoff games. So. Another guy,
is that the brother combo in college now? Are they getting drafted?
Yeah.
I can't remember what.
I can't remember. Yeah, I forgot their names.
I can't remember. Yeah. Well, no, this was interesting because, like, literally all I really know about is McKenna because I don't follow it as closely until we get a little bit closer. Then I start doing research and stuff like that. So I didn't really even know any names to kind of like keep an eye on. So this is going to help. And hopefully everyone, you out there listening, Billy Dean's a good guy, even though he's a Rangers fan, we give him a little slack on that. But he actually knows what he's talking about. So these are some good names I got to go and check out.
Yeah, Ryder Cali, one more guy from the OHL. He's actually like one of the youngest players in the class. He's probably going to be like a late first-round pick, but he's a center. And he's some pretty good stuff. So,
awesome, man. Hey, well, it sounds like we caught you mid-bath or something like that because you're either talking or you're soaking in a hot tub, I hope.
Yeah.
Are you in the nude?
I'm upstate New York in a hunting cabin. We'll be back tomorrow, but
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
He's definitely naked.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. He's definitely naked. He's wearing the skin of an animal right now. Like a
There's a bear
loincloth.
rug. There's literally a bear rug right next to my head. So
Wonderful.
I got a
Hey,
fox
Billy D,
there.
good to talk to you, buddy. Good
Love
to
you
talk
guys.
to you, man. And we'll talk to you soon.
sounds good.
Later,
Talk to you
Billy.
guys.
Thank you.
That's Billy Dean of Hockey on
right.
Tap every Monday
Yeah, man.
at 8
It's always,
o'clock Eastern.
always good to talk
He
to
only
Billy
knows-
Dean. Even though
Billy
he's a
always knows
Ranger
a
fan,
lot
but
about
he
those.
knows the game so like inside and out. And I love talking to him around this time of year because he does have incredible insight on like what these prospects are coming up and
I know.
and
I don't know how he
some
gets
of the
it all
names
in
that I
his
was
head.
mentioning. Yeah, some of the names that I was mentioning. Listen, Sonny Meta's got some options up in the top like 12 area. It'll be interesting if some things move. If he moves all the way up to 2, which would be wild. I don't think that'll happen. But hey, we never thought we were going to win it with Jack. We never thought we were going to win it with Jack or Nico. The Islanders last year moving up 10 spots, so it's not
Well, it
out of the
happened
realm
with,
of possibility.
2022, it happened.
Uh-oh.
And we got
Is it
Larson.
3-2?
3-2.
Oh, geez. You can see how far behind my my Sling TV is out here with my wonderful Spectrum internet that had me all sputtering before.
The great Stan Fischler once said that the most dangerous lead in hockey is what, Sam?
3 goals.
3-1, right? Or no?
No, 3-0 is the most dangerous lead
3-0
in hockey. Oh, man. I will say this. If the Avalanche win the Cup, it's going to be a Ray Bourque send-off with Brent Burns, by the way. A lot of people are going to be pulling.
Well, I mean,
for,
3-2 here.
Burnsy
It's the first period. I mean, Minnesota has
I know.
stepped up and answered the challenge,
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw everyone in the chat
we shall not go quietly tonight.
No, they're not. I mean, that's a hell of an opening onslaught there, 3 goals. But if you can answer back,
Does
with
anybody
two in the
want to
first
talk
period,
about? Does anybody want to talk about Chase Stillman and the fact that we could have had Stankoven, but we took Chase Stillman instead? Anybody want to talk about that, Sam? With your wonderful haircut,
Well,
your hair's looking on point.
No,
buddy.
I think that's
Thank you.
part of the reason that we're going into. You were talking about a lot of these people on the staff. I think there needs to be a house clearing in that department, and I think that is already kind of underway, and I think it will continue. But yeah, I think there definitely needs to be a whole relook and reevaluation there of the scouting and development and draft, which I'm assuming Sonny is going to 100% do that.
It'd be
But
funny.
Sam,
Like
I know
some
this
guys
is
like say that again.
I was just going to say, Sam. I know. Sam has a lot. He always mentions this.
What about them screwing up the draft?
That and other things too. You definitely have some opinions on these matters.
I want to know if what's going to happen with Kate Madigan and Marty Brodeur. Are they staying? Or are they going?
I think Marty will be in place, but he will be in place as like I think
he already.
I think he just leaves him and just kind of like
because I read somewhere he's like an EVP, right? He's not an assistant GM.
I don't know if he still holds that title.
I think he's just an EVP. Kate Madigan, though, was assistant GM.
Got to get her out too.
Yeah,
you can't.
I'm not
and
sure
that's
about
not
Marty.
me being, and that's not me being mean about like, oh, you got to get rid of her because you got to get rid of her. That's like, no, you're coming in. You should be able to clean house and like, you should be able to handpick your own cabinet. You should be able to be like, look, I want this person here, and this person here. Unless they sit down and they're like, look, here's what I wanted to do on paper, time-stamped. Here's what I was allowed to do on paper, time-stamped. And here's what I was forced to do on paper. Because you could always go in and be like, listen, I wanted to trade this person and that person. I wanted to do this and this and this. But, Mr. Fitzgerald wouldn't let me do it. And he said, go back to your room and threw food in my face. So, like, yeah, that's great and all. You can tell me all that until you're blue in the face, but you were a part of the old regime, so you were putting your 2 cents into the process. My opinion is you should go in there and be like, you prove to me why you need to stay. And if he's doing that, great. If he's not doing that, then he needs to. He needs to make sure that he needs to have his team, people that he can trust, people that he can listen to, and not get forced to like, oh, well, I've been here for 10 years and, we've been doing it this way. It's like, Barb, no, I will make my own coffee. I know where it is. I'll do my things my way. So I'm curious to see, like, as we get closer to the draft, if his war room starts to take shape in so many sense.
Marty is a EVP, so he's the EVP of hockey operations since 2022, but he does advise, on hockey decisions, scouting, and managing the team's goaltending development, which we know hasn't gone the best. But yes, I believe Kate Madigan is the on paper assistant general manager. Marty is the executive VP. So yeah, I don't know. I would, if I was Sonny, I don't know. If I was Sonny, I'd go in there and just, you got to be boss and do your thing, man.
Yeah, you do.
And if that means clearing house, that means clearing house.
Yeah, and sometimes picks will fall to you. Look, different sport, different world, but look at what happened with the Giants. Arvel Reese falls into their lap, and you could have easily been like, we're going to take Caleb Downs because, maybe that's one of the guys that we had targeted very high at 5, but you have an absolute monster fall into your lap. You're like, we're going to go for it. We're going to take this pick. And I think that that kind of runs parallel to where the Devils are. Like if they're in a situation where, Sonny has a good room set up, I would love to be the guy that's like, I have, can I show you my metrics to this guy? And he's like, no, I got that. That's fine. I like, and pats him on the head and sends him out the door. Whatever the decisions are made, it's, and we've said this ad nauseum, there's so many things that need to happen from like now until October. There's so many different pieces that need to kind of be figured out. There's contracts that need to be figured out. There's, players that need to be figured out, a la, Dougie Hamilton. This is one of the first chips that need to kind of get figured out, right away. Because if you do move up in the draft, that's going to entice you to even possibly move that pick. Is he willing to do something like that? Is he willing to move the pick that he has currently? Is he willing to say, like, I like this 12th pick, we're going to take one of those couple of centers that, Billy Dean was talking about? Or is he going to go, all right, well, we're stuck with the 12th. Let's just let's see what we can get for it. Because maybe there's a team that's, younger that's still trying to rebuild, but we need an NHL chip right now. And that's a pretty good, top 10, top 15 pick. Still going to be good value in that pick. So is he going to mortgage that into something else, or is he going to hold on to it? I wish we could get back into a time machine and take him and put him in the car and be like, or maybe off record, be like, hey, during this draft, when the Devils had 3 picks in the first round, what would you have done? Because that would have been a really looking at the draft board, and like it's kind of hard because hindsight 2020, you see how a lot of these guys have panned out and like what they've turned into. So you could be like, oh, easily I'd choose this, this, and this. But not knowing any of the information, just looking at the draft, looking at these guys coming out, you have those 3 picks. What would you have done? Would you have held on to them like Fitzgerald did? Because remember, we were chomping at the bit like, oh, you could take the first one, easy. Take the other 2, package them up, go get yourself this guy or that guy. So it'll be he's got a full plate, but sunny days are ahead. I hope.
Yeah, I mean, I we'll see what happens. I guess I'm more concerned with what he's planning for the future, and I hope that he'll be keeping his options open with that first pick wherever the Devils do land. With the draft lottery. Because I was throwing out some trade predictions last week. I've seen some others pop up on the interwebs and stuff like that. So that first round pick, if used on the right person, could be a massive advantage wherever it does tend to fall. So yeah. But yeah, Sam Wu, what are you saying here? Are you saying we should go to our final thoughts?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
Trying to keep the show consistent.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Well, my final thoughts. Damn. I don't have any. No.
I could give you mine if you're not ready.
No. My final thoughts are, like we need to really start focusing in on some of these like draft prospects like Billy Dean was talking about and seeing what's out there. This lottery is going to be pretty huge for us. If we do end up jumping a good position, make your pick about what person, I was talking about, Nas up there in Toronto last week, but if you get a draft pick in the top 10, that's going to be really enticing to maybe bring in one of these players via trade. And we know we also have Shimon Nemitz as well, who we're probably, definitely maybe shopping around. Those are going to be two very massive assets at the disposal of our boy Sonny. So this draft lottery, it's going to be interesting just to see where the Devils do fall to or rise to. And excited to see what Sonny might have in store.
Yeah, my final thoughts have to do with Jack. Rumors flying around, and who knows whatever's going to be true, because everything that was going on with Quinn, it's been almost a mystery at points. And I think one of the things that scares me the most is that the prospect of Quinn wanting to sign a 3-year deal in Minnesota, which would line him up approximately when Jack is a free agent as well. If I were Sonny Meta, my number one priority is trying to figure out how to make this team better so we start winning. A winning team is going to keep people here. If you're a losing team, Jack is not going to want to stay here. Nico's not going to want to stay here. Nobody's going to want to stay here. And can you blame them for that? No, not necessarily. We need to make a winner, and we need to start making a winner now. That's why my case for taking this top pick this year and turning it into an actual NHL player and somebody that is proven, not somebody that we're like, oh, this is a retread that we can bring back in. And he, he had a couple good years here, but he's been fighting off injury. He just needs a change of pace. No. Let's bring in somebody who's already gotten himself into a position where, in maybe 2 years, we're going to have to pay him. And you know what? If we're winning, it's okay. That's when it's okay to pay him. You're going to have money coming off the books. You're going to be able to start figuring some things out. And listen, that's what we brought this guy in for. Because if you look on, what's going on in Toronto, I think we might have gotten the better of the two. So I trust what Sonny Meta says, but I don't trust what he does yet. This is a prove it to me business. And as a fan, prove that you're going to bring a winner to this team. Prove that you're going to bring a cup contending team back into this state. Then we'll be behind you. You got to earn our trust.
I'm going to piggyback off that statement, but I'm going to go one step further. I want David Blitzer to prove to me that he's hands off and he lets Sonny Meta do what he needs to do. That's all. That's
okay.
All. You know my conspiracy theories.
Very concise.
Very well. Very well.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, and you're not wrong, because when you have investment people from the investment world buying sports franchises, they look at it as an investment.
Yes. An asset.
I just thought you were going to have more demands for Blitzer. That's all, but that's okay. That's okay.
Well, you pay for your own freaking renovations of the Prudential Center, where you can land Josh's helipad without breaking the roof, like they did the first time around. idiots. The roof is leaking. The roof is leaking. Well, that helipad up there shouldn't really be up there, should it?
Which, by the way, this year I went.
Maybe
to go
that's
sit
what
in
turned
section.
the eggs bad. It was helicopter fuel
leaky
leaking down
roof.
from the roof.
Probably.
Yeah,
Almost killed Beer Baron and I.
almost killed us. Then maybe that's what they were trying to do. They're like, I know these guys. They're going to order egg sandwiches.
Finished his meal.
And when they do, you give them this one, and they open up a briefcase, and smoke comes out of it, and it's these 2 egg sandwiches, like right side by side.
Yeah. Before we
That
go,
one's glowing.
I want to give a shout out to the fans writing Quinn Hughes' name on the ice, and only to have it
heck yeah.
scraped. You know, whether you want Quinn Hughes or not, I thought that was kind of cool. And then it got scraped, and then they're still putting Quinn Hughes' name, and that probably got scraped. Went viral on the socials, so I thought that was pretty funny today. But want to thank all those tuning in. We're going to have the Morning Woo tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. and the Daily Woocast as well at noon Eastern.
Busy man.
Till next time, let's go.